Welcome to The Hop. This is David Charles Allen, Realtor at Village Properties in Santa Barbara with my good friend and co-host, Patty Teal. Patty, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, David. Thank you.
That's great. Let's celebrate this week's weather. Looking ahead to mostly sunny days and a little bit of partly cloudy skies in the high 60s. So these last few days, we've had a bit of a wind and a little bit of a heat wave. It's kind of been 80 degrees out, but with the wind chill, it feels a little cooler than that. So it's very interesting for this time of year.
I've heard there's a swell coming too. My son keeps me posted about this kind of thing.
The swell is here, so I was going to lead off with that as well. The winter swells are definitely here, and some great waves. Since the last time we've been on, there's been some really good days to get some fun waves out there. And as we're talking, there's a major swell hitting us with waves overhead. The conditions are a little windy, or as we say, blown out. So the surf isn't the best depending where you go, but there's definitely some waves out there. And depending on the next few days, if the wind calms down, there should be some epic times for any ocean fanatics.
Well, I know you surfers are happy.
Yeah, if you really want to chase some big surf too, we got to go up to Halama. A little bit further than that, you can get some 20-foot plus waves.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool, very scary, depending who you are. So we'll continue with how the mortgage rates are performing as well. So um, this week, they're 2.875 for conforming 30-year fixed, and it's actually the same as jumbo. So it's 2.875 for non-conforming jumbo as well. So as in the conforming space, since the last time we were on, it was at 2.75. So it's gone up a little bit, but not that much. And as always, it's always going to be dependent on down payment, financial history, and credit score and all that stuff. So be sure to talk to the right people, talk to a couple different ones, kind of get the best rate, best person who you want to work with, and give it a go.
Very interesting, David, as always. Thanks for the report.
You're welcome. And then kind of we'll finish off with some stats of since last time we're on. It's been about 2 weeks. So I'll do a combination of the two. So we have 9 coming soon listings. So that's kind of consistent of what we've seen over the last few weeks. We have 69 new listings. So that's pretty down. I mean, kind of consistent, but a little bit down from the weeks before. The last time we were on, we had 36 in 1 week. So and 51 the week before that. So it is slowing down. It is the holiday season. A lot of people are withdrawing homes if they're not sold right at the moment because they don't want to deal with it during the holidays. But at the same time, if you have the opportunity to sell and you have maybe another place to live or rental, it is still a great time to sell your house. There was a house on the Mesa that had 12 offers on it or 13 offers. So that was just last week. So still a lot.
That's a lot of offers. And David, if somebody wants to get a hold of you to see if you know of any special houses that maybe aren't even listed, how could they find you?
Yeah, you can shoot me a text or call me at 805-617-9301 or email me at david@davidcharlesallen.com. And like you said, there always is off-market opportunities. A lot of people don't want to put their homes on the market right now, but they're willing to sell at the right price. So it really depends what you're looking to pay, where you're looking to move. And if you wait till a house gets on the market, you're going to be dealing with a lot of competition. And that can be scary for some people and cause the price to go upwards of what you may expect.
Yeah, and worry whether yours is going to be the offer that's accepted.
Yeah, it's always a stressful time. I feel like in this market, buyers are really stressing the most because you are dealing with all this competition and all these other people that are also interested in buying homes. And for some people that have grown up and born and raised here, it's a little heartbreaking to think that it's this difficult to be able to buy their first home potentially. We are having a lot of out of town people that are really coming in and paying whatever for homes that are coming on the market. And the one that had 13 offers, now this isn't $1 million home. This is a $1.8 million home.
Hmm.
So it's not just the lower end side of the market that's getting a lot of offers. It's the mid market, it's the high market. It's really all sorts of our markets. But what's staying consistent is location. Location is really what's driving these home prices up in terms of multiple offer situations.
Right. Well, nice to have somebody, either you or somebody else you trust, to help guide you through it. That's for sure.
Exactly. So we'll just finish it off. There's 64 pendings. This is the last time we were on. So that's way down from the last 2 weeks or the week before that. So we had 50 and 56 the week before. So that just kind of coincides with, while some of the market is still slowing down, maybe the homes that aren't as, people don't admire them as much, maybe they're not in the best location, those are kind of still sitting on the market a little bit longer. But the ones that are desirable are really selling quickly. And 64 pendings in 2 weeks is still a high number with only the 69 new listings. We're still about new listings and things going pending. So we're not building our supply at all. We're staying consistent at a very low supply, if not going down. And with 80 closings in the last 2 weeks, it's that time of year where you really hope for more to come, more opportunities for you after this new year. Today we have two great guests that I'm very excited about, community activists from our local Santa Barbara Food Bank, Kate Newberry and Jordan Jenkins. How are you both doing today?
We're doing great. Thank you.
Oh, doing very well. Thank you.
That's great to hear. So I guess, Kate, we'll start with you. When did you know you first wanted to get involved with the local food bank?
So as soon as I moved to Santa Barbara, I was looking for ways to kind of get involved with the community and do kind of feel good work. So it was the first place that I applied. And fortunately, it was right around the time that they were looking for a new person in their community engagement team.
That's amazing. Everything just works out in the perfect times. What about you, Jordan? How did you get involved in this community?
Kind of a similar story. I moved to Santa Barbara a couple of years ago and started volunteering at the food bank and fell in love with the organization and decided I had to work there. So when I saw a position open up, I jumped on it.
That's amazing. So you guys have kind of talked about this holiday season's been extra busy a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit about what's making it so busy and some of the upcoming things you guys have planned?
Sure. Yeah. So I think that with the food bank, with most food banks, I would imagine the holiday season is in general a busy season. As you guys mentioned earlier, I think we start to notice the need even more during the holiday season, even though it is present year round. And then, of course, with COVID-19, where we have such an increase in need on top of our normal need in the community. So we have lots of food drives going on. We have our Shelve and Glean gearing up, which takes up a bit of time. We're doing gleans twice a week for the next month or two at least. So yeah, we're busy trying to feed the community, basically.
And Jordan, some people might not be familiar with the term glean. Could you explain what that is?
Yeah, absolutely. So gleaning basically just means to gather leftover produce. So when farmers or even just folks with orchards, they do their main harvest, there's always leftover produce. And so gleaning is a way of rescuing that. Maybe it's like not the most beautiful produce, or maybe it's just smaller or wasn't quite ripe when they did their main harvest. So yeah, gleaning rescues that leftover produce.
That's beautiful. So you say gleaning, and then you guys also have a backyard bounty program. Is that the same thing, Kate?
Yeah, so our backyard bounty program is just one small portion of what the food bank does. We're able to accept food donated through food drives, food is purchased, and then also we do a grocery rescue program with the Food Bank of Santa Barbara. So backyard bounty is just like this one additional small part that we're able to help with. And anybody in the community, I know I have 3 orange trees in my front yard. So really anybody that has any sort of produce growing on their property is able to donate that to our backyard bounty program. And how that works is you call us, you let us know if you have something. If we're able to, we'll send volunteers out and actually pick that fruit for you, where it's brought back to the food bank and then distributed to over 330 different partner agencies at no cost. Right now, things are a little different because we're so busy with all of our needs. So we're not able to send volunteers out to pick at every single property. If you're able to pick it yourself and then bring it to the food bank. That's also really helpful.
Yeah, that makes Southern California very unique. I know I grew up in Nebraska, and right now I'm in the Sedona area, and there isn't too much backyard bounty around. But, in Santa Barbara, I used to have an avocado tree when I lived there, and it had so many avocados on it. I wish I took part in the program. You don't have to have an orchard, just maybe a couple trees.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've always thought that was a great idea. You always see all these trees that kind of go to waste. How do people get involved into this? Do they just call you guys, or how does the word get out there that you can kind of do something to help out the community while not wasting all the fruit that's coming off your trees or vegetables or whatever you're growing?
Yeah, so the program was acquired by the food bank back in 2007. So there's actually been, some groundwork building up to before when Jordan and I started, where it actually had a little bit of a name in the community already. But then just through our volunteers and any kind of community outreach, we're always trying to spread the word to let people know that if you have fruit and you're able to donate it to us, we'll very gladly accept.
Are you always looking for more volunteers?
Yes.
Pretty much always. Yeah.
Now, are there restrictions on the food you guys accept? Does it have to be organically grown, or you guys kind of keep tabs on all that stuff, or is it just whatever comes, kind of comes?
So a lot of the fruit that comes our way is organic, which is wonderful, because I think a lot of people just don't bother to spray or treat their own personal trees. But we don't require that by any stretch. We'll take whatever produce we can get.
Okay.
Yeah. If you would eat it yourself, then we'll take it.
I'm pretty picky, so that's not saying that. So how does the distribution work? Who gets access to whatever comes your guys' way?
So the way it works, if we go to a harvest, we'll pick all of the fruit. It's then brought back to the food bank where it's crated and sorted to kind of pull out any bad apples that we've brought in. And it's then distributed. We have over 330 different partner agencies at our organization. So that's your Catholic Charities, your Salvation Army, different places in the community that receive food from us. They're able to pull that produce at no cost. So that's actually given to them just as much as they'd like. They're able to take it. And it's really in line with our mission as well of transforming the community and from hunger into health. It's just such a great thing that comes back.
That is amazing.
How big is the food insecurity problem in the Santa Barbara County area?
This is prior to COVID-19.
Mhm.
It was estimated that 1 in 4 people in Santa Barbara County were struggling with food insecurity. Absolutely, that has increased since the global pandemic. I don't know what the actual statistic is right now. Jordan, I'm not sure if you do, but I don't think we have it quite yet. But it's absolutely more than that now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's alarming.
Yeah,
Do you
it is a
guys have
sad
a number
statistic.
of how many you're able to help out? Like really great statistics is what we want to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, so one compelling number is that we've distributed more than 12 million pounds since our COVID response start date, which is March of last year. And that's well over, I think it's like 2.5 times what we would normally distribute during that time period.
Oh my goodness.
And I know that about 35% of our clients or folks who are receiving food from us are children. So again, that's really compelling, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 12 million pounds is a lot of people you're really helping out, and that must feel really great to be able
Right.
to do that.
So do people come directly to the food bank, and they also come to you, and then you also distribute to various food banks? So it's kind of a network where it's going all over the county. Is that correct?
It does.
Yeah.
It goes all over the county.
I was just going to clarify that the food bank doesn't have folks coming directly to us for food. So rather, we distribute food out to our partner agencies, and then from there, the food goes to our clients. With the exception of, we have mobile food pantries, which are just, we set up and folks can come and get food. And then we also deliver like our brown bags for seniors, and our emergency response food boxes we deliver to folks as well. But we don't really have people coming to the food bank directly.
Right. Good, so you probably figured out the most efficient way to get help to the people out there. Is the schedule on your website for the mobile food pantry?
Yeah, so all of our different programs, and all of our different distributions are on our website. Yes.
Wow, that's great.
What is your guys' website? Just to let it be known to everyone listening.
Food Bank SBC, and that's as in Santa Barbara County.org.
Beautiful. So I know you guys probably have a bunch of statistics on food waste impact and how much this is helping. Do you ever work with, let's say, grocery stores? Because I know they have a lot of waste. I go into like Lazy Acres and I'll see a bunch of avocados, like hundreds of them, and they're all about to go bad. I've asked them what they do with them before, and they're like, oh, well, they didn't really give me an answer. I'm like, you guys won't just give them away? They're like, no, we can't do that. So I just wanted to know, do you guys have any impact in kind of teaming up with those kind of communities or partnerships where you can kind of even reduce the food waste impact even more?
Yeah, so we actually have a really great program. It's called our Grocery Rescue Program, and we work with about 80% of the grocery stores in Santa Barbara. Monday through Friday, we have drivers go out and collect from the different grocery stores that donate to us. So they'll give us their bakery items, their dairy, their deli, anything that's kind of on its last leg, especially the bakery items, a lot of the bread we get. We actually have a second route that goes out Monday through Friday just for bread alone. And that comes in, and yeah, we're able to not only rescue the food, but then feed it to the people that really need it.
That's beautiful. I really love that.
I'm so glad we were able to have you on. This is so incredible, the work that you guys are doing. I'm really honored. If people are listening and they either want to make a donation or they want to get involved, they want to volunteer, how could they do that?
Again, we'll always encourage people to go right to our website at foodbanksbc.org. That's your best place to find out how to donate, how to volunteer, how to give back in any way.
Thank
Amazing.
you so much.
So I know you guys have a couple gleaning events coming up.
Sure. So right now we have one property specifically that we're really focusing on. He's been a donor for over 10 years. He has over 200 mandarin trees that he donates. Last year, we harvested over 35,000 pounds of mandarins from his property. They look even more loaded with fruit this year. So I think that we're going to bring in even more and probably be harvesting through February. So we will be continuously looking for volunteers to help us do that. And the best way, again, is to go to our website, and it'll show you a link. If you create an account with us to volunteer, we actually have a separate calendar with all of our volunteer opportunities, and you're able to register for those events specifically online. It's actually required that we have every person register in advance. We do have, especially right now, very strict guidelines and regulations around how many people we can have registered. So to keep everyone safe and make sure that we're meeting those requirements, it's a registration mandatory.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to hear you guys do such great work in the community. What makes your life so beautiful outside of work? What do you love about Santa Barbara being a part of this community so much? And I want to ask you both. So Jordan, you can go first.
Yeah, I mean, Santa Barbara is just a wonderful place to be. I think for me, the proximity of the beaches, mountains, like you have it all. You can spend a good portion of your day outside if you want to, even in December. And that's really, really powerful for me. And then I also love, it's such a community. I mean, it's like somewhere between a small town and a city. And you really start to, the longer I live here, feel like, you know, my network grow and in a good way, just feel roots, you know, and connection to the place. So I love that.
That's beautiful. I'm so glad to hear that. What about you, Kate?
Yeah, so I'm from the East Coast originally. So coming out here and having this gorgeous weather and fresh produce everywhere, it's just, I don't know how I'll ever go back. But
Doesn't sound like you will.
Yeah, my husband and I, we have an 8-month-old daughter, and I just feel so fortunate to be raising her here and showing her the beach and, the orange trees in our front yard. And yeah, Santa Barbara is a wonderful place.
Well, thank you, Kate, and thank you, Jordan. We loved having you on the Hop.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, David. I really appreciate it. I know our audience does too. You kind of letting us know what's going on in the Santa Barbara area real estate market.
Well,
and always reminding us what a beautiful life we have. Thank you.
Always a beautiful life here. Yeah. Let's give it a go next week, Patty. Can't wait for it.
Thank you, David. Bye now.
Have a great day. Bye.